Y'all already know this is Pun, Drunk, Boxing, a.k.a. Mr. Moo, shot himself, a.k.a. El Adobo, El Sazón, El Borracho, El Pastor de Boxeo. Ladies and gentlemen, you understand why the boxing fans usually get frustrated? Because we ask for fights way too early. We asked for that matchup way too early. Not even ready to be built. Not even marinated. Not even in the pot. Nothing. And then we hold the fighters accountable for not giving the fight that we want to see. Then we'd be like, hey, yo, we've been waiting for the fight for 3, 5 years. But when we was asking for it, they wasn't even talking about it. They wasn't even calling each other out. Now, let me give you an example. Y'all. And I'm here with the kids in the sandbox, so y'all won't think I'm a damn weirdo in the playground. Y'all remember when Bud Crawford went to First Take, right? And it was Max Kellerman, Stephen A. Smith, and it was right after or right before he moved up to the welterweight division. And they was asking him, Bud, what you think is your legacy fight? And Bud Crawford said, Keith Thurman. And they was like, oh, but what about Earl Spence though? I mean, Keith Thurman is good, but Earl Spence is special. You remember that? And he's like, you know what I'm saying? Keith is the number one guy, you know, that's the legacy fight. So Bud was saying Thurman, while the host of the, you know, highest traffic debate sporting show was saying Earl the True Spence. Remember? Earl Spence went to First Take the week after, right? And they was asking him, who you think is your legacy fight, Earl Spence? And Earl Spence said Keith on Tom Thurman. But what about Bud? Now this was 2017, heading to 2018. So now we've been saying that, hey, yo, Bud and Earl Spence, it's been marinated for like 5 years, 4 years. No. Earl Spence was calling out Thurman. Bud was calling out Thurman. We was calling out for them to fight. But now we hold them accountable. And yes, they met up. Remember when they met up, Bud Crawford and Earl Spence, when they met up? It's not like Spence lied to Bud. It's not like Bud didn't know what was Earl Spence's plan. What did he say? Remember when he asked, Bud was like, oh, so I'm not in Al Heyman's plans or nothing like that. I'm just paraphrasing. He was not in the plans. So we are frustrated. We mad at these guys haven't fought. No. Now we should be. Now is the time that they need to fight, because now it's an undisputed bout between Bud Crawford versus Earl the True Spence. But we've been begging for the fight when it was not even ready to be made. So I say this. I would love to see Boots versus Virgil. And I'm thinking about, damn, why doesn't Virgil and Boots call each other out? But now we're talking about this fight. We're talking about Boots versus Virgil. But guess what? Have you heard really Virgil Ortiz call out Boots? Have you really heard Jerome Boots Ennis call out Virgil? Guess what? Right after this fight, if Bud and Earl Spence come through fruition this year, guess what's the fight that we're going to be calling for? Other than a Boots versus Earl, or a Virgil versus Bud, or Virgil versus Earl, guess what's the mega fight in the 147-pound division that we are calling for, but yet they're not even calling each other out? Peep this. Again, Boots really hasn't really called out Virgil Ortiz, and Virgil Ortiz haven't called out Boots. What they've been saying is that this fight is a pay-per-view fight later on. See, you know, in boxing, later on is like 4 or 5 years. But we're going to hold them to the fight. I'm going to tell you like this. This is going to be the last year when we just praising. And I'm not that type of fan. I like all fighters to be praised and things of that nature. But I'm going to tell you like this. Collectively, this is going to be the last time when Virgil and Boots are just getting praised. You know what I'm saying? They ain't going to get heavily critiqued. Nothing like that. Because once Bud and Earl Spence fight one another, we're going to be saying, Boots is ducking Virgil. Virgil is ducking Boots. Yo, they need to fight each other. Blah, 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 blah. Watch what's going to happen, y'all. Watch what's going to happen. And then we're going to be saying, but yo, this fight been marinated for a long time. Like, yo, you see how we frustrated in the lightweight division? You see how people was critiquing the Devin Haney's of the world, the Javante Taney, they need to fight somebody. But people's already, hey, yo, T.O. is ducking this one. Hey, yo, Ryan is ducking this one. Why? Yo, these guys are 23 years old and they ducking who? We pick and choose who they duck in and things of that nature because we become the matchmakers. And this is why in boxing everybody's frustrated, because we ask for fights that's not It's not even ready to be marinated. It's not even built yet. Even though, yes, it's a great matchup, we would love to see it. But the problem is we get frustrated because we hold them accountable and then we be mad at the fighters. How dare you not fight each other? Y'all ducking each other. Y'all scared. Well, you're not giving us the best fight. That's all we want to see, the best fighting the best. Ladies and gentlemen, this is what I say, man. As much as y'all don't want to agree, some of y'all could agree with it, we got to learn the business of boxing. We got to understand and ask the right questions and understand their plans as well. We got to understand their plans. You know what I'm saying? We got to understand what's business, what makes sense. As much as we don't like when London LB says it, we got to understand it. Whether we like it or not, we got to understand it so we won't be frustrated fans. So at least the hardcore boxing fans know how to educate the casuals, because it looks like the hardcores have become the casuals as well. I would love to see Boots. I would love to see Virgil. I would love to see other fights, but we need to understand when is the right time for those fights. This is a business. Boxing is a business, however you want to call it. Yes, it's a sport, but it's a business, and it's strategically moved with matchmakers. The high invested fighters, they're going to be watching out for how they move them and things of that nature. Some of these guys are ready to ready to rumble. You feel me? So this is what I feel. How about look? Remember we got carried away? Even I got carried away. Yo, Edgar Berlanga. I feel like in a year and a half, he's ready for David Benavidez. You know what I'm saying? When he was on his knockout streak. But now look, is he ready for these fights? Hell no. But guess what? Fans like us was going to pressure it to happen. So Edgar Berlanga would have knocked out the last two opponents out. We would have been like, hey, yo, Edgar Berlanga. Yo, I think David Benavidez already. We got to take it easy as fans too, man. Just like we want fighters to humble themselves, we got to humble ourselves, including myself too. I get carried away. I love these boxers, modern day warriors, modern day gladiators. I give them the benefit of the doubt, but we need to understand that even though I want to see Virgil versus Boots, and I feel like they should be calling each other out, and that could be a big fight now, we can't hold them accountable or critique them and you know what I'm saying, disrespect them because we want to see the fight that we want to see. And hey, yo, we've been calling out for that fight for years. Nah. They haven't even been calling each out for a week. Y'all already know. It's Punch Drunk Boxing. Subscribe to the channel. Love y'all. God bless, and on to the next.